I wish I kept a journal. But there's so many things you forget. All the little funny things. You gotta just say, don't let anything get you down. I mean, tomorrow's a new day. You never know what's coming around the corner. It won't be bad forever. Someday you'll look back on it and say, oh yeah, that wasn't that bad. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 surgeries from 1949 until 2013. Well, we were playing cards over on the base with this couple that we were friends with. And somebody hit my knee with their knee, and when they did, a pain went right up. Oh my God, I swear it went up the top of my head. I went home and I was laying on my stomach in bed and I was rubbing my thighs and I could feel a lump in there. So the next day I went to Dr. O'Malley and he said, go home and pack your bags or you're going to the hospital. And he took the tumor out and he said I had sarcoma. Well, sarcoma didn't mean anything to me. I never heard of it before. 2 weeks later, I found out I was pregnant for Stephen. Abortion was not an option for me, so I had to wait until after I had Stephen. Well, by then, I went to Dr. Carver, and he said, it looks like your hip is dislocated, but that can't be possible. And then one day, I just felt like I was going to pass out. So I called him, and he sent me down to Leahy Clinic. I must have seen 20 doctors, and they all examined me in my pants and bra, and I felt like an idiot. And they put their heads together and decided that the tumor was coming back on my hip. I had to stay 8 weeks. I used to sit in that waiting room thinking, aren't I lucky? All these people have cancer, and I don't. After the radiation, the following year, I had another lump on my thigh. So they took that out, and I had 8 more weeks of radiation. And when I got done with those, they said, you can't have any more Rinkins. And I said, am I going to glow in the dark? She said, no, but if it doesn't work. And I said, what do you mean? She says, well, you got about 14 months. And I said to myself, bull. I got 3 kids depending on me. I'm not going anywhere, but I didn't say it out loud. Dr. Crawford came in. I waited all day for him to come in. It was about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And when he came in, I said, oh, I've been thinking of you all day. He said, well, I've been thinking of you all day. He said, where you got so much muscle already removed from your leg, if we remove that muscle, you're not going to have hardly any muscle left. He said, so what I'm thinking is, and I said to him, take the damn thing off. And he said, yeah, but I hated to tell you. They let me go home before they took my leg off because I wanted to warn them. Rocco was my husband, and when I had to lose my leg, he just couldn't take it. He started running around, and so after I lost my leg, we parted. My father wasn't much help. He goes, don't let him do that. But I said, well, would you rather I die? And then he didn't know what to say. The pain was gone. And then I just went on with my life. We'd go out to the NCL club and a whole bunch of us would be sitting there. Nobody was with anybody, but we'd have a good time just talking and laughing. And there was this guy, Don Caldwell, he used to always say, come on, dance with me, come on, dance with me. And I'd say, I can't dance, don't be silly. He says, stand up. So I stood up. He says, stand on my foot. So I stood on his foot. And away we went. It never stopped us from doing things. I took them camping. I took them to the World's Fair in '64. And I walked their little behinds off. And it was fun. I used to be embarrassed sometimes when I go places, but I was more embarrassed for the people that had little kids that asked silly questions. I was down at Correct Casuals one time looking at skirts, and I'm pawing through the skirts, and I could feel somebody looking at me. You know how you get that feeling? And I looked around, I didn't see anybody. And I looked down, and there's a little kid looking at my skirt. Where's your other leg? And his mother come over and yanked him by the arm, and they went out the door as fast as they could. And I felt bad for her, you know, because she must have been embarrassed as all get out. I never thought I'd live this long. It's a long time. It really is. I think I outlived all the doctors, too. I'm not afraid to die. At all, at all. I know where I'm going. I just believed that Jesus would see me through it. And he did. I mean, by all rights, I should have died a long time ago. And I just trust him implicitly, and he's always come through.